Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. Estamos listos para subir una 4L60, una transmisión. We're ready to install the 4L60 transmission. Let's get it going. Okay. Okay, so first of all, what you want to do is you want to align the torque converter. You see, that's the small hole, and that one's big, and the other one's big. That way we can just tighten that one. Tienen que alinear ese hoyo, el más chiquito, para que ya nomás apretemos los tornillos del convertidor y no pase nada. Entonces empezamos. You guys have to be careful that you guys don't get any no harness, or else it's gonna be bad. So be careful with the lines. Also be careful with the shield, oxygen sensors. Okay. Another thing is you have to make sure the tube, the filler tube, it's going in. It's going in. Okay, now we have the harness in our way. Harness is in our way. Ando batallando con el arnés, so es mejor batallar ahorita que después. ¿Sí? Así es como se mira. Arnés. It's out. It's out. Everything's out. And we're about to install it. Okay. Okie dokie. So now we have the 9/16 bolts. We're gonna get our 1/2-inch gun. And we're gonna use the 9/16 socket. Remember, on the old Chevys, it's 9/16, and on the newer ones, it's a 15. Okay. That's a line. after you do the torque converter, you want the torque converter to move. You see? Okay, it moves. It freely moves, so that means that's good. That's a good thing. So now we're gonna put the bracket that goes on the side, and also the bracket that's way up top for the fuel line. And we're gonna use our 13 millimeter nuts. We're gonna put them in. Okay, le vamos a poner las torquitas 13. Ok, empezamos. Cambiamos nuestro lado al 13 suevo. Okay, after doing all the bell housing ones, then we're gonna move to the torque converter. I put everything back right away. That way I don't have to be looking for sockets or anything like that. Right now we're going to be using a pry bar and a 15 millimeter swivel with the air ratchet. So let me get a good position. Okay. This is exactly where it goes. Okay. You align the torque converter with the flywheel. Now we're gonna be able to tighten tight the 15 millimeter bolt. That's a very good and helpful tip that will save you time. So now with the pry bar, I'm gonna pry on the flywheel or flex plate, and then here's my other one. Second one, now one more and we're done with the torque converter. One more. Third and last. Now we can put the starter, which are 15s. Shoot. We'll grab an extension, and we're also gonna grab the 3/8 gun with the 10 millimeter swivel. Oops. Sorry, guys. So now, here it goes. Starter. These are the bolts. Okay. Now after doing that, then we can put the shield, the converter shield. Podemos poner la placa ahora. Ya pusimos la marcha, el convertidor, los de apunte. Y ahora van los de la placa. Okay, so those are 1, 2, and way up there, that's another one. Okay, so 3/8 gun, 3/8 gun. 3/8 gun. Okay. Now what we're gonna do next is the lines. The lines and the plug. The plug will just stick it in, push, and that's it. The lines, we'll do the same thing with the lines. Hacemos lo mismo con las líneas. There you go. Okay, so top and bottom. Push. Let me grab it with 2 hands and make sure it's all the way in. Okay, that's all the way in. If you're not so sure that they're all the way in, you can always pull them out. Try to pull them out, and that's how you can tell if they're all the way in. Si sientes que no están hasta adentro, lo que puedes hacer es tratar de sacarlas, y si no salen es porque ya están bien adentro. Entonces vamos a poner el neutral switch. Ahora sí, neutral switch. On this one, we're gonna shave the corners. With this, just the corners, just the beginning of the rod. Okay. Shave it. Shave it, and you can see that it's gonna go in right away. Okay, see that? Now we're going to do the 2 bolts. One 13 millimeter here, un 13 aquí, y el otro 13 del otro lado. Now this 13 is a little bit harder because the connector's on the way, but we'll work your way around it. ¿Qué pasó, Hidalgo? ¿Qué necesitas? Oh, ¿me agarraste un dado?
¿Le cortas a la verga?
No, todavía está ahí en sintonía. Ok, pues los amigos que no apoyan, nomás critican. El Hidalgo es uno de ellos, mire.
Pacho. Tengo.
Dale pues. Thank you. Ok. 13 milímetros, la llave de 13 milímetros para apretar el tornillo. Apretamos. Okay, the 13 millimeter wrench to tighten the bolts. Sorry about that, but this is how the life in the shop is, you know. Someone comes, grabs your sockets, and you don't know until they bring it back, and that's if they bring it back, you know. Una disculpota por eso. A veces, pues esta es la vida en el taller. Tienes tu herramienta y hay gente que viene y la agarra. Y pues, ni modo. Hay veces que te la regas, hay veces que no. Ok, ya tenemos el switch de las velocidades, o el neutral switch. Now we're gonna put the lever, but remember, you have to face it out. The little nipple has to be facing out. No. And if you don't know if it goes in or out, remember, everything on cars leaves a mark. So you see there's no mark right here in the outside. So if I was to put it out, that was I was doing it wrong. But you see on the other side how we have the mark all over around. Okay, so that's how it goes, and the nipple goes inside. Sorry about that, guys. Una disculpota. We'll grab our 15 millimeter wrench. Install it. Now we'll try to leave it in neutral. Take out the jack, get it out of the way. Now we're gonna put the shield, the transmission shield, and this is how it goes. Remember, before you put the shield, you have to plug the main connector, the transmission connector, and also 13 millimeter, and also the line. Sometimes they're 13, sometimes they're 10s. It just depends, you know. Okay, so now we have the speed sensor, the connector. We're gonna install it. Clicks. Make sure it clicks. Make sure it clicks. This is the speed sensor connector. And now we have our shifter cable. We're not gonna install it yet. What I would like to do first is put the tools that I used. Okay, put them away in order. Clean them. Okay, that way you're working clean. And we'll try to get the jack out of our way. Push it. Now we have these things that are called one-leggers. We'll put it in, and I also get a piece of wood, that way I don't damage the pen. And up it goes. So once it goes up, then that's when it's time to connect the shifter. Now the shifter, you're gonna pass it through here and also through here. Okay, so it's gonna click after you pass through there. It's gonna click, and you have to put this clip or locked on the shifter. It goes right here. There's two holes, and you just tap it with anything, you know, a wrench. You can just tap it with the wrench. Okay, don't put the shifter yet. You see, don't hook it up yet, because we have to put the drive shaft. So here we go. Now we grab our drive shaft. Okay. Before we put our drive shaft, we're leaving the tranny in neutral because we want the U-joints to be able to move around and just put them wherever. You see, it can go this way, the other way, it doesn't matter. So that's how you put the drive shaft. I'll grab my 11mm swivel. Okay, now get my 11mm wrench and make sure everything's tight, or make sure everything's tight all the way. Llave 11. Procuren apretar bien. ¿Cuál? No sé dónde la dejaron. Okay. Now we can hook up our linkage. ¿Eh? Vamos a ver. Vamos, es porque... No, no llevo 2 horas, llevo como 20 minutos. See how I put the the cross member across or sideways. Now I'm gonna put up my one legger because the engine mount, the tranny mount, won't let it go in. So a little bit more up. Okay. Now we grab our 18s, bolt and nut. Ahora agarramos los pasados, los 18s. Okay. I'm gonna clean my hands now. And then I'm gonna grab my pry bar. Look, it doesn't line up. It doesn't line up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pry the transmission to the side. So I can just go in. Okay, see how it's going in? My hand on the pry bar. Okay, now once it goes in, then you can lay down your one legger. See, this is the stud we wanted to go, that wanted to go in. So now we're gonna grab our 18 millimeter and our 1/2 inch, and also we're gonna grab our 18 wrench. So with one hand you're gonna put the wrench up in the nut, and then with the other one the gut. Okay, it's tight. It's tight. It's tight. Tight. Now, remember, we have to grab our 15 gun and the nut that goes in the transmission. So that's it. Not too hard. We're still missing the center support o el soporte de la flecha. Mira, el soporte de la flecha no lo hemos apretado. Entonces ponemos nuestros tornillos pasados, tornillos, y por debajo la tuerca. Now we're gonna use our 15 millimeter socket, half inch, and 15 millimeter wrench. Okay, almost done. We just need to place the harness, this harness, okay, inside, so it won't be hanging. Grab my lane. Okay. This is how my last bolt goes to. Okay. It has to go through there. Right here. This hole. So right here. So now grab my wrench with my 13. So guys, we just finished a 4L60. Thanks for watching. It took us 33 minutes, but that's because I was videotaping. Usually it takes me half of that time, but we're doing something good, which is teaching you guys how to do it, or so you guys can just or if you guys just enjoy watching how guys work on their cars, you know. Well, that's how we do it. And now we're gonna make sure everything's tight, and that's about it. Put it down, and I'll show you how to put the quartz of fluid, transmission fluid. Okay guys, now we're done with the 4L60, and I'm gonna teach you guys how to put fluid. That's where we put fluid. I have my filler tube. It goes in. I got my funnel. Now our pump broke, so we just have to do them with containers. But normally we put 5, so we put 5. Now you can see the container, right, that it says motor oil. It's not motor oil, it's just the container that we're using since our pump broke. And it's gonna take them like about a month for them to bring a new one. But it's pure transmission fluid, and it's new too. So okay, once we put 5, we go inside the truck. Make sure it's in park. It is in park. And we're starting. So after those 5, you don't want to put more than 5 because it's gonna choke and all the fluid is gonna come out from the bending tube that's in top of the tranny. So that's why we put 5. We start it and then we put the rest. Usually it takes about 12 and a half cords, and well, that's about it, guys. I mean, if you have any questions, let me know. Comment, please. Go like and subscribe, that you're gonna be watching more of these videos. Okay. Thank you, guys. Nos vemos. Vayan y denle like, comenten, preguntas, lo que sea, y suscríbanse al canal, que van a tener más de estos videos. Gracias.